Ian has become a hurricane in the Western Caribbean Sea. It will strike western Cuba, possibly as a major hurricane. It will then pose a danger to Florida, anywhere from the Panhandle to the peninsula. Hurricane and tropical storm alerts have been issued in the state of Florida. Ian will also spread heavy rains and some wind inland over the southeast late this week. Hurricane Ian has begun its anticipated explosive intensification in the Western Caribbean Sea and is a danger to western Cuba before it heads into the Gulf of Mexico for a hit on Florida. Ian became the fourth hurricane of the 2022 Atlantic hurricane season early Monday morning, as it centered southwest of Grand Cayman in the Western Caribbean Sea. A hurricane watch has been issued for parts of Florida's west coast. Ian is currently centered southwest of Grand Cayman, moving northwest. Outer bands of heavy rains are lashing Grand Cayman, where winds have gusted up to 53 miles per hour early on Monday morning. A hurricane watch has now been issued for parts of Florida's west coast, from north of Englewood to the Anclote River, including Tampa Bay. This means hurricane conditions are possible and is typically issued 48 hours in advance of when tropical storm force winds may start. A storm surge watch is also in effect for the Anclote River to the Florida Keys. This means that life-threatening flooding from rising waters moving inland from the coastline is possible by Tuesday. A hurricane warning is in effect for Grand Cayman in the Cayman Islands as well as for parts of western Cuba. This means hurricane conditions are expected, in this case by early Monday in Grand Cayman and early Tuesday in western Cuba. A tropical storm warning is in effect for other parts of western and central Cuba as well as the lower Florida Keys. This means that tropical storm conditions are expected there by Monday night or Tuesday. After its brush with Grand Cayman, Ian will head for western Cuba tonight into early Tuesday, then in the general direction either of the Florida Panhandle or the Florida Peninsula. There remains some uncertainty about Ian's track forecast in relation to the state of Florida. If it decides to curl sharper towards the east, that could bring it ashore somewhere along the western Florida Peninsula as soon as late Wednesday. If it continues in a more northerly direction, its center may not come ashore in the Big Bend of Panhandle until late Thursday or Friday. It is expected that Ian will rapidly intensify into a major hurricane, at least a Category 3, either by the time it reaches western Cuba or in the southeastern Gulf of Mexico on Tuesday. Thanks for watching, be safe, and goodbye.